What's up everybody, Danny here with The Neighbor's Kitchen, and in today's video we are checking out a new product, the MeatStick V, which stands for 5, in case you're not Roman. So we're going to go ahead and check out the features of this guy, look at the app features a little bit, and then we're gonna head back behind me into the kitchen and make some steak tacos with it, to perfection. Thanks for joining me today. Let's check this thing out. All right, I gotta get something off my chest real quick. I love doing unboxing videos on the channel. They're just so much fun to make. I did record one for this, but the footage got screwed up and I can't use it. This is not quite a product review because I haven't got a whole lot of hours behind this, but we're going to check it out anyway. This is the box that it comes with. It's a nice, whatever that style box is called. Packaged really well. I did get rid of some of the foam in there, but you have some instructions with QR codes for URLs in it. Comes with a nice little condensed version of a USB A to C cable for charging. So it ships nicely in a nice package. Big fan of that. And here is the unit, guys. Check it out. So here is your single probe. As you can see, there's some conductors in there. And there's one down here for charging. The cradle itself has a built-in battery, so you can charge your probe without the cradle being plugged into the wall. But when you need to charge your cradle, well, check it out. USB-C ready, which who doesn't like everything slowly converting its way over to USB-C, excuse me. And if you take a look at this thing, you might notice it's quite simple. There's no LCD display. And I know you can't see it yet because we have not turned it on, but right here is your indicator light. It's multifunction, tells you what's going on. And there is but one button, and it's right there on the other side. In the back here, you have all your certifications and verifications and lawyer stuff. So let's check this out here. The probe lifts up from that side. You can see here the indicator light starts to blink. So right now it's just flashing white. White just means that it's on. We'll get into the other functions here in a little bit. I want to show you this probe first. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to see on camera or not, but this is some kind of ceramic. It's very heavy duty. It's got some weight to it. We have the rest of our probe here. This line is our minimum insertion depth. So you have to at least go up to here. But as I'll explain here in a little bit, since this is not an unboxing and a first cook, it's just as effective, if not more, if you go all the way up to the handle. This has 6 sensors in it, unlike many other probes. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 for ambient. And those are all in the app. We'll get into that in a little bit. One of the things that I've discovered I really like about this, see if I can get focus, camera. Come on, guys. See that tip? It's not sharp to the point that it's going to hurt you, but it's kind of got this effect to it that makes it really easy to put into whatever it is that you're cooking. So I've already found that to be very nice. I like that. The probe is dishwasher safe. This is actually straight out of the dishwasher, cleaned up really nicely. Minimal scrubbing. So yeah, I'm a big fan of that. When you want to go hang it up, do my best here to show you. There's a right here. There's actually a tip, and there's another metal clippy thing. I presume that has something to do with charging. So when you want to put the probe back in, you have to go in first, and then it cantilevers down. Now you can see we have a flashing white and green light. So the white light means that it is still on. This will go into standby mode after 20 minutes. The green light means that it is charging. Now obviously the cradle is not plugged into the wall, so what this means is that this is charging. Green can mean that either the cradle is charging and or the probe is charging. We are missing 2 lights. This flashes all of the statuses you need to know on this. So if in this cycle right now it's just white and green, if there's a red LED in there, that means you're low on battery and you need to charge your cradle. The other one that we're missing is blue. Blue actually means that we're not currently connected to Wi-Fi. So this cradle right here is kind of the brains of the operation, if you will. This is what has the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi in it. And as you can see, we're not flashing blue. We're not connected to my Wi-Fi. Actually, the last time I used this, I was out at the campground for Thanksgiving. So I used the camper Wi-Fi to smoke a turkey. And it worked very well. I'm very pleased with this product. So without any further ado, let's get out the phone. Let me show you the app. And you'll probably never have to do this, but I'll show you how to set up the Wi-Fi, which ironically is the same process to get this off of the camper Wi-Fi and onto the home Wi-Fi. Okay, so here's the app. Right now, I have a Detect Smart Base setup. Because my phone is on a different Wi-Fi than this is set up to be, so it's recognizing this as a brand new product. I'm going to go ahead and hit yes. We're going to hit next. This is where, and it tells you right on the screen, you're going to want this button here. And we're going to hit it twice and then hold for 5 seconds. You ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's at that point it will flash white and blue, which means that the base has entered configuration mode. So we'll hit next. My phone's going to retrieve the Wi-Fi list. We have a lot of Wi-Fis around here. This one's mine. We'll go ahead and enter ye old password, hit connect. Then the phone is configuring. See, we're still in configuration mode. And look at that, we got a blue light in our sequence. So that means white, power on, blue, connected to Wi-Fi, goes back to white, which means we're no longer charging. This is fully charged. Let's hit OK out of this. So it says here now, MeatStick off. That's because we're docked. The white light means the dock is what is on. So if we go ahead and pull that out, look at that. Our app just comes to life. So you'll see a couple of icons here. See this cloud icon? That means this is connected to the cloud so that if you take your phone out of range, you're still monitoring whatever it is you're cooking. You have this nice battery icon here. That is for the probe in the app. You have the Bluetooth icon, which means currently, because we're like right here, you know, it's going to use Bluetooth. Then when you go to set up your first cook, you go set up, you have this really cool quick start kind of screen. It's got past cooks. You can see turkey, I was playing with it a little bit. You got air fryer options, oven, stovetop, smoke grill, sous vide, deep fry. Oh, the deep fry option is something new to me on completely wireless thermometers. This thing has a temperature tolerance of like over 1,000 degrees. And it's got a double lined construction. So you can actually put this in a turkey, whatever it is you're deep frying, and this is approved to be submerged in hot oil. So that's pretty cool. Actually, that's not cool. That's the opposite of cool. That's pretty hot. But you have all these options nonetheless. We'll just do a quick start option here to kind of show you what's up. Name it whatever you want. So like we can do YouTube video demo. If you click here, well done. It's just got some presets, medium rare, and then you have these really cool, it's a slider bar. So instead of having to mess with, you can do the plus and the minus, but you got your, we'll do 130, and then you got your target ambient. This other option, this is really neat, adjust temp alerts. So once you get out of that, internal temp alerts, early warning, you get a little bit of a heads up like, hey, you might want to go near your grill. And then your target, try to keep these pretty close to each other. You know, right now I have it set to 5 degrees. You know, if you're cooking really hot and fast, maybe bump it up to 10. If you don't want this, you can just turn it off right there. Same with ambient temp alerts. Now, you're not going to have a 5 to 10 degree difference here, especially if you're using like a pellet smoker. But say you're cooking at like 350 as your target. If it gets too cool, you might want it at like 325. And just in case it's too hot, you might want to set that to, say, 375. So you have a 25 degree differential, plus or minus, of your target. Pretty neat. Tonight, we're actually going to be cooking in a hot cast iron skillet in the oven, so we're not going to worry about that. The app is pretty simple, but it is pretty dang, it's got some cool stuff is what I'm trying to say. So once you get everything set up, you go down here and you hit the next. This is syncing it to the MeatStick. We're almost there, it tells you here. It's hard to forget anything. It does a very good job of telling you what to do. So here, this screen's just telling us to insert up to the minimum line. You guys can see that. And then you hit start cooking. Now here's the really neat part. What I've already felt sets the MeatStick V apart from other probes is it's got so many different areas of sensing. So you can really tell what's going on in your meat. In the event that you accidentally are crossing like a fat vein or something, and that's rendering quicker than meat, you're going to be able to see it in this. That's really cool. So right here, you may notice the ambient temperature is not reading it. It does not read until you get it in a stable cooking environment. So right now, at room temperature while I'm demoing this, it's not going to show up. Don't worry about that. You'll see that here in a little bit once we are back there. But I'm going to do my best here, and you can kind of see we're going to go towards the tip, and I'm just using friction. I was kind of holding it, so now everything is cooling down. But the very tip, you can see in the graph and on the detailed temps, that is what's growing in temperature. And then let's just not go down the line here. So you see red on the graph is right at the minimum. So now let's try to get that one to show. Here we go. Look at that. So that's the red one. You can see the green going down on the graph. There we go. And this is all real time, all the time. Pretty cool. I got pretty big fingers, so I'm just going to go. Let's try to get the orange now, just so I can show you. I think the orange is also going to raise the blue and the yellow a little bit. Yeah. There you see the red chilling down. That's pretty neat. I'm a big fan of this on the app. And then you can see here on, we're recording, on the ambient temperature, this will show up here when we are cooking. Yeah, guys, this is a pretty neat product. I'm excited to have this in my arsenal. It's got the heavy duty construction that allows it to go up to 1,000 degrees and be dishwasher safe and deep fryer safe. That's pretty cool. USB-C rechargeable, long range Bluetooth, unlimited range with Wi-Fi, the super neat app. This is pretty neat. Apparently you can add on more meat sticks. I don't know if it uses the same base, but those are all questions that we will answer later at the neighbor's kitchen. But for the time being, I think it's time to get up from the kitchen table and into the kitchen and make some ribeye steak tacos. All right, here we go, guys. The MeatStick V. We're about to put it to work with this nice fat ribeye steak. This is just some steak taco seasoning. Made some quick pico de gallo, a super small batch of guacamole, because I don't even know why they sell avocados in Ohio. And well, we're ready to go. So let's start with this guy here. Let's get our app going. You'll see once we detach our probe, this comes to life. There's our minimum insertion line. So if we do that, we're not quite in the middle, but this is minimum. So I'm actually going to go in, and this puts the first sensor almost right in the middle. And other than that, we're going to try to get it in nice and centered and even. There we go. Nice and even. And that first sensor is about right there. Got a cast iron skillet in the oven, preheated to 425. My oven is generally pretty cool. 400 would do it for you just fine. We're gonna go to setup cook. We're just gonna use quick start tonight. We'll call this one steak tacos. I want medium rare, but my target, I'm actually gonna set to 120. I'm gonna set my target to 125. We're going nice. We're going hot and fast today. And with a completely wireless meat thermometer like the MeatStick V, you can really monitor it. Since this is a little bit of a thicker cut of steak, I'm setting my target internal to 125, because I do believe it's going to get up to 135 after we pull it out, versus setting it to 135 and then letting it get up to 145 on the counter. I don't think I want that. So I just use my grill tongs, and we're gonna grab this beefy boy, and we're gonna put it in there. Starting at 45 degrees, plus another 80 is 125, so we'll flip it at 85 degrees. That's the halfway point. It is important to note that the base station needs to stay close to your oven. From here to the probe uses its own proprietary kind of Bluetooth mechanism, so you don't want to get too far away. Clearly you can see that it's working on my phone. Our meat stick just realized that it is in a stable cooking environment, and just like that, we have an ambient temperature. All right, we're at 84 degrees. We'll jump the gun just a little bit. I'll get my glove ready, my tongs. So we're exactly at the halfway point. There we go. Go ahead. You give it a turn. Put it back in there. Shut the door. And now we know to pull it at 125. Another neat thing about a truly wireless thermometer. No cords to get in your way. There's our early warning. So that way, if you are using the Wi-Fi enabled thing, if you're down to your buddies, or if you're out at the Quickie Mart, you know to hurry home. But we're just doing steak. It's not like a 36-hour cook. Forgot to mention, this thing boasts a 50-hour battery life. I've yet to test it, but make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We're going to put it to the test here very shortly. There we go. Steak tacos cook complete. Please remove food from heat. Gives us this nice little animated, I'm dilly-dallying. Come on. Well, there's only one thing left to do. I already ate half the steak before the tacos because it was that good. But I think it's time. Well, we're dripping all over the floor. A proper thermometer is the most important tool you can possibly have in your kitchen, especially if you want results like this. Let's see how we did. Just see that perfect medium rare. Guys, I'm not going to stand here in front of you and make a pig out of myself eating these super juicy steak tacos. So let me thank you so much for being here today and checking out this new product with me. This thing is super cool. I am excited to get to know it even better. And once I do, I will bring you a full product review and tutorial. We're going to test out this 50-hour battery life on it. Let me know what you want to see me cook with it. What should we try out? Let me know in the comments below. We'll make it happen. There is a link below if you want one of these guys. Christmas is coming up. I think a good meat thermometer makes a phenomenal Christmas gift, and I do recommend this one. It's very nice. So yeah, I'm going to get back to my tacos. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. And until next time, be well. Oh, I almost forgot. I have a really good joke for you. Why was VI afraid of VII? Because VII, VIII, IX. See you guys.